let's come to the main part of tonight's BZcast. A really proper analysis of Kryder and Erick Morillo Waves that was released this week on Subliminal Records. For now, it's actually the label is actually now a sub label of Armada. It was also uploaded on several YouTube channels by Armada. I guess it was Armada Subject and another, and I guess even Armada Main, like the main channel. And actually, what I planned to do was actually really say only positive stuff about the track, only because this track is absolutely amazing. There's nothing that can like describe it for me. Like, it has so much feeling, so much emotion to me. It really hits me very hard, especially when I've heard it for the first time on like as proper, like in the full version. Just so that Anthony's here, great, tune in. So yeah. Also, Jacob, thanks for the link. We might listen to it later. So after 1 minute intro, which is also very rare nowadays, we have like a 30-second, whatever that is, tough to say, simply a kick and a FX and like the strings in the background. And then there comes a breakdown with a wonderful guitar melody, which I will touch on very strongly. And I'll tell you why after we listen to it a bit. Isn't it wonderful, that melody? I love it. But in a few moments I'll tell you why is it not the most wonderful melody I've ever heard. But after this one, there comes the drop. It's so difficult to say something about this. Like, there's so much I can touch on. Like, you hear like this wonderful kind of reverbed main room vibe, you know, that you simply just want to dance to. Not even, I was trying to jump to that, it's not possible because the emotions take over so much that, you know, I don't really care so much about jumping on this track, but more like really enjoying it in its fullest kind of quality. And after a 30-second drop, there comes a 15-second breakdown, which you can hear right now. And then it doesn't stop, because there's another 15-second drop, which also is great. There's, I guess, also like this kind of strings added in the background, what we heard in the intro. And after that, there's the proper breakdown. So right now. And actually, there are so many layers in the main drop. There's a sneaky bass line, you know, that really makes you groove. And then you have this wonderful main room melody. So there's so much to touch on this. Absolutely amazing. By the way, Simon Hills is here. Great that you tune in again. Currently reviewing Kryder and Erick Morillo's new release, Waves, on Subliminal. And there we go, actually into the melody again after 30 seconds of the breakdown. And I wanna actually finish the track, and then I'm gonna I read something I guess on Facebook, on YouTube, I can't remember anymore, who said, well, I know this melody and we're gonna then check why, or actually where was it played already before, or something a bit similar. And actually I wanted to discuss with you how much is it a copy, how much is it inspiration, because I don't really think it's a rip-off, but okay. We'll check out the second drop first, which is, I guess, rather similar to the first one. And also you're having the strings in the background. There are so much layers. You have like the guitar layer, then you're having kind of a, I guess, compact Sylenth whatever layer. Probably it's a bit more complex than this, yeah, but never mind. And yeah, and there we have only 30 seconds, but then we have a 1 minute outro, which is absolutely great because this is also rare nowadays, because usually they only have 30 seconds. And the outro. We only have like this kind of vocal FX, this and the bass line, of course, which you can hear actually all throughout the tracks. Absolutely groovy and really makes me shaking still in the outro, you know, which was absolutely amazing. So the track as a whole, as always, the structure of the track, the arrangement is absolutely sick. So this is actually a definite plus point here on Waves. And you know, a very decent, normal, kind of almost tech-esque last 30 seconds. So let's check what we're having about the melody. So what we're having here, actually, so we kind of know the melody now, especially then the breakdown, you can hear it very well. And actually, I read somewhere that it's very similar to a track from 1999. This is actually very old. And this track is actually a true Dreamhouse classic. Yeah, Dreamhouse was very big in the late 90s. And the track is called Grease 2000 by Free Drives. And when you listen to that properly, you kind of have a feeling that it's a very similar melody. Maybe not the same, but a very similar. So let's listen to that. You can already hear the bits, and in the drop it's... And I'm asking myself now, how much is that inspiration and how much is this maybe a copy? I don't know. It's tough to say. The point I'm trying to make, maybe you can listen to it once again. So now we know actually the melody here, and now we go to the drop of waves again. It's rather similar, right? So I'm asking myself right now, is this only like inspiration? This could also be like a total pure coincidence. We don't know. So yeah, but I was asking myself the question a lot. Will this kind of make me mad about the track now that I know that the melody might not be 100% original? No. Simply because there's so much done about this track. It's so handcrafted when it's about the synthes, the guitar, everything. It sounds very organic, which is absolutely amazing because it really makes me feel like I'm listening to proper instruments. You know, when you listen to this, actually, this layer here, there's this one kind of string layer in the background. There's also a stronger, I guess, string layer also in the front, and of course the main guitar and synth melody. So there are at least 4 layers which make the track for me absolutely amazing. And you know, you have to be very careful with your layers in production because if there's too much, you know, you could have the feeling that the track is overloaded. But in that case, in my opinion, on this track it's not the case, in my opinion. So yeah, absolutely amazing stuff that Chris did here once again. And to me, it's like a mix of Aphrodite and Crocodile Tears. I mean, I like both of the tracks, and yeah, and it's kind of a mix because it's not as emotional as Crocodile Tears, but not as progressive as Aphrodite. It's, I guess, somewhere in between. So yeah, I'll definitely drop the links to both of the tracks now. Yeah, nevertheless, it's still absolutely amazing, and I absolutely love it. So, and I guess it's having like really a strong chance to be in my top 5 tracks of the year for sure. So maybe once again we want to listen to this piano melody. I'm gonna drop the link now, and also I'm gonna drop the link to Grease 2000. This one is probably better to do it off Beatport, off YouTube. But yeah, I really like closing my eyes and like really feeling the emotion. It also reminds me a bit of Ibiza, like in general. So it's something you would listen to on Ibiza. So yeah. So never mind if the track is if the melody is copied there or not, we don't know. Still absolutely amazing. So yeah. Wonderful. Wonderfully crafted tune. Like, I can only repeat myself. I absolutely love it. So yeah, thanks again, Chris and Eric for this. You definitely like already had wonderful minutes or even hours, I guess, with this track this week. So shout out to them, I guess. So that's the point. You don't need like a vocal sometimes. Sometimes it's just a guitar melody that is absolutely amazing. So, and that's enough for a track. Oh yeah, that's Kryder and Erick Morillo, Waves.